bakit po ba napaka-importante ng notaryo sa isang affidavit? And gaano po ba kaseryosong violation kung pineke yung lagda nung nagnotaryo?
Well, importante yung notarization dahil uh, you subscribe before the notary that ikaw yung pumirma, no, doon sa affidavit. Subscribe and sworn to before me. Humarap ka sa isang notary public at pinapacertify mo na ikaw yung pumirma, no. Now, ang charge sa kanya yung falsification, no. Ang hindi naman finalsify yung kanyang salaysay, yung content, yung mga
Opo.
sinabi niya doon sa affidavit niya. Ang na-falsify yung signature at saka yung jurat ng ng notary public, yung subscribe and sworn to. Ang sinasabi ng RTC court, falsified yung signature. So ang tanong, ano ang epekto nito if the
Opo.
signature or if the signature of the notary is falsified? Well, that means he did not appear before that notary. He did not swear that he was the one who signed that, no? Yun ang meaning yan. So, it's not a public document kasi if you have it notarized, it becomes a public document. There is a officer of the court who says, ikaw yung pumirma, no? So,
But does that,
dito,
sige po, go ahead.
Assuming falsified yung notarization, ang epekto niyan, baliwala yung notarization. It's as if it does not exist. Pero yung salaysay niya, yung content, yung sinasabi niya doon sa affidavit, hindi apektado yan. In-affirm niya yan eh. In-affirm niya under oath. He was under oath sa Senate and he affirmed his affidavit. Ngayon, so we have to separate the two, no? Ngayon, ang tanong, bakit siya ba ang nag-falsify? Alam mo, to falsify the notary, dapat bumili ka pa ng notarial seal. That's about 1,000 to 2,800 pesos para magkaroon ka ng seal, yung siniseal mo yung paper, no? Tapos bibili ka pa ng stamp na notary public, so and so, until so and so. So, if you want something notarized, it's cheaper to just go to a notary public. Di ba? Mas mahal yung gagastusin mo if you falsify the notary public, the signature. Kasi ano yan eh, may notarial seal yan eh. So, I have my doubts whether he himself falsified it. So what are the possibilities? Well, ang dami dyan. You go to the City Hall, sa kung saan na kanto, may you can see a notary public there, no? And hindi mo sigurado kung totoo o hindi yan, no? That's one. It could be somebody pretending to be the notary public. Second, siya mismo raw ang pumunta sa office ng notary. At di mag-testify siya na pumunta siya, binayaran niya, siguro may resibo siya, no? Dito naman sa madami ng kaso ito, ang pumipirma yung secretary lang ng notary public, no? So,
Yeah.
For me, it's really hard to believe na siya mismo nag-fake dahil gagasto ka ng todo eh. I mean, what for? No? Humanap ka na lang, madami namang notary public sa sa City Hall or sa Hall of Justice, no? So, yun ang But anyway, he already reaffirmed that. sa Senate under oath. So, to rebut that testimony of Gutesa, they have to come out with contradicting evidence or testimony, no? But the falsification of the notarization, I believe, will not affect the content. Kasi he can always affirm. Tsaka, it's hard to believe that he will falsify it himself. It's a tedious process. Mas madali pumunta ka na lang doon sa isang notaryo, magpa-notarize ka. Mas cheaper pa. So, I think there's more to this, no? Than meets the eye.
Yung next question ko po kasi, for something na napaka-simple supposedly, no? Napaka-unwieldy kung pepekiin pa yung yung notaryo. Bakit pineke pa? Hindi kaya this was a case justice of siguro sloppy work. Kunwari, may pinuntahan na notaryo publiko, it turned out na peke pala. Na pwedeng wala namang kinalaman yung mga handlers, for instance, itong si Gutesa or he himself. What do you think po?
Well, first of all, I don't think Gutesa would fake the signature. Kasi to fake the signature, katulad ng sabi ko, dapat magpagawa ka pa ng dry seal. It takes time. Siguro mga 2 to 3 days yan, the fastest to get a dry seal. Tsaka yung stamp. So, ang theory ko, si Gutesa or someone that brought that paper went to a notary, the office of the notary, and it could be a fake attorney Espera. In other words, there was another guy pretending to be attorney Espera para kumita siya, gumawa ng mga mag-notarize siya ng mga documents, no? That's one possibility na merong dyan na an impostor pretending to be attorney Espera para kumita siya, no? Kasi yung office nila kung saan-saan lang eh. Second, pumunta siya doon sa office ni Attorney Espera kasi may opisina naman yan. Pero hindi niya nakita si Attorney Espera, yung secretary lang kausap niya. Either of this lang eh. But I cannot believe that this guy, Gutesa, or anyone else, to have your document notarized, ipipeke mo yung bibili ka pa ng dry seal, stamp pad, para lang mas gagasto ka eh. It doesn't make sense eh. At saka it will take time. So, for me, there are only 2 possibilities. Or 3, no? Na pumunta talaga siya, tsaka kaharap niya lang yung secretary. Second, may inutusan siya na pumunta doon sa secretary. Third, may impostor na attorney Espera na pretending to be the notary public. But definitely, it doesn't make sense for Sergeant Gutesa to go to a maker of dry seal, mag-order siya, tapos yung stamp pa, para lang i-fake yan. I mean, doesn't make sense.
Yung next question dito, meron din po bang pwedeng pananagutan yung mga, for lack of a better term, no, handlers ni Gutesa? For instance, yung nag-present mismo sa kanya sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee investigation, si Senator Rodante Marcoleta at saka si dating Congressman Mike Defensor, na inamin naman po ni Marcoleta, ito po yung naglapit sa kanya kay Gutesa.
There is a crime called subornation of perjury, no? Sa revised penal code. And it is the act of persuading someone to lie under oath. So, you persuade someone to lie under oath. Pero, this is not the case here. Well, hindi naman nila pinersuade na sabihin mo na ito yung notary public. Hindi naman material yun eh. you don't even have to have a notary public there in the Senate kasi you take your oath and then you read your statement under oath. So, yung subordination of perjury, you persuade someone to lie under oath. Ang tingin ko dito, this notarization is a run-of-the-mill act, no? Ang dami namang mga notary public yan. So, bakit pahirapan nila ang sarili nila? So, I don't think Gutesa or Marcoleta intentionally faked the signature of the notary. It doesn't make sense, eh.
Total pinanindigan naman ito sa Senado, eh. Kumbaga, pero yun nga, yung last question ko regarding this topic po, Justice, no? Ito bang issue ng falsified signature sa affidavit, does it necessarily lead to questions to regarding the very content of his affidavit? Kumbaga, sa questions regarding the credibility of what he had said in that affidavit.
It does not follow. What is falsified is a signature, not the content. Not the content. What is falsified is a signature and not the assertions of the affiant, of the person making that statement.